Nerdbots.
If you had on your It's Not Christmas Until After Thanksgiving Comes poll that Christmas music would start in Walmart the day after Halloween, you won. If you had on your little poll sheet that the first movie wouldn't drop into theaters until November 7th, you won there too. Well, and then of course, if you had down on your list that you wouldn't hear that god-awful song by Mariah Carey, well, guess what? I lost that today because it was on the morning talk show that I watched this morning. So you can't avoid it, so you might as well embrace it. And that means you get to do things like Silent Night, Deadly Night, Black Christmas, and heck, it's going to get colder, so that means we get to toss in movies like The Thing, 30 Days of Night, The Shining. If it's got snow and it's a horror movie, it's a holiday movie. Welcome to another episode of the Popcorn Confessional, and this is Dave from Nerdbox, and I'm accompanied by my wife Jenn, also from Nerdbox. And on this episode, we are talking about Spirited. So fire up that Jiffy Pop and meet us in the booth.
This is Brian O'Holler, and you're watching the Popcorn Confessional on the Nerdbox. Sounds like a porn site.
After every Christmas Eve, where the three ghosts of Christmas reform another soul, the ghost of Christmas present selects their next candidate for the following Christmas. But this time, he picked an unredeemable person in Clint Briggs, who manages to turn the tables on him, causing the ghost of Christmas present to re-examine his own life. Or afterlife.
This was a part of Regal's Mystery Movie Monday, so we got to see it early, and it gives us a chance to bring the review to you early and let you know if you should watch it. Now, it is a musical.
Yes, it is a modern-day take on Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and it's starring Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. Has a cameo with Rose Byrne.
Now, something that we're going to talk about on the upcoming episode of the Pop 5 is remakes. And The Christmas Carol is one of the most remade films in cinematic history. And it just won't stop being remade.
I'm not complaining because I really like Christmas Carol, and I kind of like every version I've seen. So I just really enjoy watching the whole Christmas past, present, and future ghosts. I just always really liked that.
So what did you think of this one?
I loved it. I'm not a huge Will Ferrell fan. He can tell you that. He's not on my top anything. I think he's super funny, but I think he picks the stupidest roles to do, and it just dumbs down his comedic profile, I guess. But I thought in this he was really good. He had more of like a seriousness going on with a little bit of funny, which I did like. And then you have Ryan Reynolds, so
They surprisingly worked very well together.
Yeah, they did.
I do like the one Easter egg in there where he runs into Buddy the Elf.
He does, and he tells him that he looks stupid.
Now, while the movie does have some laughs, it is a musical.
He hates musicals.
I'll count on my hand right now. Right? Scrooge with Albert Finney. South Park, the musical. Those were the only two that were on the list for so many years. And then we got Sweeney Todd, which is amazing.
Yeah, because it's a murder musical.
So, we also have Rocket Man, and then Anna versus the Apocalypse, which has grown on me over the last couple of years that I've come back to watch it. So, if you're not sensing a trend there, most of it is a dark and edgy musical. It's not like the one horror opera type musical. It's not like Rent or whatever other musicals that are out there. I do not like them. I don't find that people are just so happy that they're going to break out and dance in the middle of the street. I'm going to sing songs because they're so happy. That does not depict real life for me.
Oh, so Sweeney Todd sings because he's very happy when he's slitting throats. That's
No.
awesome.
Well, he is singing about tragedies of life. And that's what most of us have to deal with all the time anyway. So it's more real to life in it. Now, South Park would be the exception because we don't have people with half a heads from Canada, and we don't have microchips that zap you every time you said the F word.
That was funny.
So when I watched this film, not being a musical fan, some of the comedy was good, but as a non-musical fan, I'm like, okay, it's there. It's not something that's going to possibly grow on me over the next couple of years. I'm unfortunately probably going to have to watch this again this year, and probably every year going forward.
Yes, it's going to be on the list.
But, yes, if you're not a musical fan, then you're not going to like this. Or if you have very slim taste like me in musicals, then you'll probably not like it either. Now, this isn't the typical Christmas Carol movie that you may have seen in the past, because it is being told from the other side, meaning the ghost side.
It is.
So they're running a nice little racket in whatever purgatory that they're living in, haunting people every single year that they choose out to convert them. That's the premise of the movie, essentially. You get to see it from the ghost side, and then they encounter Ryan Reynolds' character, which is Clint, and he's like, yeah, I'm not having that. Let's talk about your feelings.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, you're not going to fix me. So, you know, it is what it is. So let's talk about you and your life as a dead person.
Other than that, there are maybe some new elements to the Christmas story, the Christmas Carol movie that you haven't seen before, where at one point somebody gets to see one of the ghosts and it's like, wait a minute, what? How are you seeing me? So that was a kind of neat little element. And then Tracy Morgan plays...
I was just going to bring up Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, Ghost of Christmas Future.
Yeah. And
he looked pretty badass.
He did. I mean, the Ghost of Christmas Future was actually played by two different people. You'll know why, because like in some instances he has to be like really tall.
He plays the voice. That's all he
Yeah.
plays. But
yeah, but it's really badass the way he looks. The character looks pretty cool.
It's probably one of the best Ghost of Christmas Futures that I've ever seen, because I was actually looking for pictures of it today, and I didn't see anything that would look that intimidating. So that was nice.
Yeah, even when as soon as he came on screen in the movie, I was like, wow, I really like the way the character looks. Like he looked pretty badass, and he looked scary. Like I would be like, yeah, no, I don't want to go with you.
Yep. Anyways, for me, I would still go with Albert Finney's Scrooge. And little fun fact about us, if you haven't seen it, go track it down. It is very good. It's very entertaining. And at the end of the movie, Ebenezer Scrooge actually ends up in hell, and they show him in hell. And I used that to scare my boys when they were young, saying that if they told lies, they would wear the same type of chains that Ebenezer Scrooge was wearing in hell.
The things you tell your children.
They were very scared. So what do you rate this one?
I mean, I'd go see it again. We're going to watch it every year. So.
It is a one and done for me, even though I'll have to sit through it again. But yes, definitely one and done. Anyway, don't forget, it is the quest for 5,000 subscribers. So help us get there by
liking, subscribing, and sharing.
Yes, and when you do that, you will have a chance to win this box of strawberries and Scream cereal when we hit 5,000 subscribers, and it is signed by Matthew Lillard and David Arquette, and you'll get it shipped to you a lot better than it came to us from the post office, so we'll put it in triple and quadruple bubble wrap so that nothing happens to it.
Yeah. And you guys are doing a great job getting us there. We are over 2,000 subscribers as of now, so thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. And we're very close to hitting 150,000 views, and maybe it's on this video. So if you're watching this, please share this video out and help us get to that little milestone that is next. And then that would be awesome. Now, and I know maybe I bummed some people out with the Nerdbox intro with the Christmas music, but we're there, right? Remember, watch those horror movies that are Christmas related. And in a couple of weeks, we'll drop a Pop 5 on movies with killer Santa Clauses.
What's more fun than that?
Yes. So, until the next episode of the Popcorn Confessional, see ya!